11 Troop have come under direct fire.
Contact, rounds winging over our heads.
The Royal Marine gunnery positions on the high ground, who can see the enemy from their vantage point, immediately try to suppress them with heavy machine guns and sniper fire. Bertie, just 3 weeks out of training, must now decide whether to withdraw or push on.
Eyes on. Yeah, they're engaging them. I'm happy to crack on because that's... Right, lads, normally going to be engaging over our heads, so we're going to crack on to Caligol. Let's get going now. Out. Some of those cool signs spread out that trench, two bunched up there.
To reach the compounds they want to search, 11 Troop now has to cross 500 yards of open ground.
Right, just keep an eye on them.
When we move out from here, lads, same order of march, and we're going to move across. Okay, if you look to your front, you see the compound that we're heading for? Yeah. We're heading straight for that in single file. The threat as we move across there is obviously to the left, so be aware of that. And as always, just keep looking for your next bit of cover.
With covering fire from the high ground, Bertie leads his troop forward. They haven't even reached their objective yet, but already it's hotting up.
Right, stay spread out, so spread back. 3 Barney keys to kill rear. Yeah, actually, yeah, you secure it. I'm just hoping that unknown left have got eyes on our position as well.
Royal Marines officer Bertie Carr and his troop have arrived at the enemy compounds that need to be searched. Now it's a matter of getting in.
Jacko, can you kick those doors in? Or they come off the hinges over? It's a known firing position, kick it in!
5 rounds on that target, and then we went to...
Let's back off.
Almost immediately, the Marines find evidence of enemy activity.
Shell in there. It looks quite intense. So, there's a shovel beside it. There's a shovel beside it. I wouldn't touch it at all.
Got a possible firing position, which was definitely hidden. It's got arcs onto our location and our patrol routes over.
As you can see, we're now stood in the Allied war grave at Bayeux. More importantly for us, there are 152 Royal Marines buried in this place. Okay, now people will make a lot of the Royal Marines being elite. Being elite isn't just about the training you receive, it's all about tradition as well. And one of the biggest traditions we have is the tradition of family. You are part of something special, right? And we pride ourselves in looking after our own and our family. Now these guys that lay here today, they are dead, but they are most definitely not forgotten. And they will never be forgotten. I would like you to place your cross on the headstone of a Royal Marine.
Look, he's 19. He's 19. They didn't show us this on the recruiting video, did they?
21, jeez.
Same name, same age.
Yeah, hope we don't end up like this. Years do not darken, nor shadow dimly beautiful memories we have of him. It just makes you proud. So whatever happens, you know, you'll never be forgotten. That's important.
I put one on a sergeant who was my age, 24, sergeant, and he was the 6th of June that he died. I mean, I don't know how he died, but, you know, the 6th of June was the landings, wasn't it? And to, you know, just come straight off and that's it. I think that's it's pretty bad, you know. The casualties in Afghanistan, not just us, them as well. I mean, they're fighting the war too, aren't they? I mean, you've got to give anyone respect if they fight for their own country. I do anyway. I mean, some people might not, but I do.
Can you get guys in that corner now?
In Kajaki, Bertie Carr and his troop continue to investigate and map suspect enemy positions, knowing they could be targeted at any time.
Clear, boss, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple of spent cases in there.
Spent cases?
Yeah.
What size?
Big, bigger than .5.
Called Jackson. Just off to your left, there's all these little huts and things. One looks a bit suspicious, got a little curtain on it, like a lying up position. Can you go and check it out?
Any one of these dwellings could contain Taliban fighters. No chances are taken.
Yeah, roger that, boss.
We're coming down through a town called Caligal, which we know has been used as firing positions, enemy firing positions, with small arms and mortars. You see the mortar arms there, and so we just come to push down and check if we can find these firing positions, and just to dominate the ground, show that we can, come out and sort of walk around freely. So we're just checking suspicious places.
Nothing suspicious in there. There's a couple of badminton rackets running back.
Boss! One of the patrol notices some disturbed earth and thinks he's discovered an enemy firing point.
Sorry? I mean, this is a suspected firing position of enemy mortars. So.
81mm M.
That sounds like a weapon system.
That's definitely a weapon system.
Right.
Being dipped from the top of that feature over there. But if you look at the stone wall, the closest to us, directly behind it, there's a small green hill. Top of that, every so often, there's somebody that pokes his head out, quite clearly in black. Essentially, to the left-hand side of the peak of that hill. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, roger. Yeah, seen. Keep eyes on. Hey?
It's just digging for...
We're getting dicked from the north. We're just checking it out over.
Terry John, so desperate to be part of the Royal Marine family, has been told to report to the principal medical officer.
I don't know how good you are at anatomy, but I'm just going to show you something, okay? This is the lower leg. All of the different muscles are encased in a special sheath or bag. Unfortunately, what happens in some people is the muscle swells up and there's nowhere for it to go, and it becomes very tight and very painful, and that's why you're getting pain and numbness in the leg. We call it compartment syndrome. It is possible that, along with some physiotherapy, we can make this better, okay? But it's a pretty tall order, I better tell you that right from the beginning. It's actually a difficult condition to treat. It's not something that you can just say, oh, I'll put a pair of inserts into my feet and magically I'll be better. It takes work. Okay, crack on.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
If you get compartment syndrome, no matter what we do, quite the large majority end up out of training. Unless he's very lucky, it's not good. It's not a good outlook, I'm afraid. It's a shame, but there we go.
I'd love to, go home, get married and all that, knowing that I have the green beret, knowing that, my kids are going to, come get born and find out their dad is like Royal Marine, doing good shit. It's a tough game. Play it to win.
Boss!
Right. It's a ghost town, isn't it?
Suddenly, the Taliban open up with a burst of fire aimed directly at 11 Troop.
So you're all in cover.
Let me move around, provide fire support up the grade.
Can you get up there and see if
Wait,
you
two section on me!
3 seconds to come under fire.
Cheeky bastards.
Contact. Wait out.
Is there any chance we can go back up round to the north and just see if we can flush anyone out?
I'll try.
Bertie asked permission from headquarters to launch an attack.
Acknowledged, yeah, just get your ass back.
Roger Alpha, Roger out. They're being fucking boring, they just want us to head back in there.
Let's go and watch Star Wars.
Let's go and watch Star
Star
Wars.
Wars on tonight? Well, we can always put it
Don't know, we watched Star Wars the other week. Oh, if we go from Indiana
What
Jones
about
stuff.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Indiana Jones.
Haven't, but with Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, watch Pirates 2 again.
No.
Watch my desk to make sure it's not
I've got mine
scratched.
as well.
Why do we have to watch that?
I got mine.
Can we
Straight over the saddle, yeah?
This is what it's all about, boss.
Star Wars.
Star Wars Indiana
Come on,
Jones.
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
We're going to go back and watch Star Wars.
I want to watch Ghost Point Blank. What did I tell you? Fuck, I never get my own way.
They're sending a fire mission in and all, I think it might kick off.
The patrol heads back, at first across dead ground, that is, ground protected from direct fire by surrounding hills.
Firing right over our head.
Once 11 Troop reach the exposed ground, they have no alternative but to speed march across it, 600 yards under enemy fire.
Close them up quickly, I want them across this open ground quickly over. Rear half, let's go. Hang out for the lads at the back. Good bit of fizz, lads. Courtesy of the Taliban. I mean, Ross, you look like you're at the end of a 6 miler. Is everyone in, is it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, do you want to breathe?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, we're not doing anything waiting around.
Take section on me!
After a 6-hour patrol, Bertie leads his troop over the bridge to the safety of the Marine base. Mission accomplished, and no casualties.
It's Green Beret, isn't it? It's like an attitude being built up in you of not like giving up or giving in on things easily. Honestly, I see it. While they have their Green Beret, it proves that they have that mentality also to like keep on going, keep on going. Proves a lot, that Green Beret.